We're going to talk about what we call the lowest common multiple, because we're going to use this when we work with fractions and a few other things. What is a multiple? A multiple of a number is just every time I multiply it by something, I get a multiple. Probably the best way is just to give you an example. If I had a look at this one here and said, look, what are the multiples of 7? Right, I'm going to start with 7, then I'm going to multiply it by 1, I'm going to multiply it by 2, by 3, etc., etc. And they are the multiples. So 7 times 1 is 7, 7 times 2 is 14, times 3 is 21, times 4 is 28, and 7 times 5 is 35. So they are what we would say the first 5 multiples of 7. Every time I multiply it by one more, it goes up by one more. Okay. Now, if I had two numbers though, I could look for common multiples. So if I've got the multiples of 7, but what if I said, well, what are the multiples of 4 as well? 4 times 1 is 4, times 2 is 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, the list goes on, but they're the first few multiples. Now I'm looking for the lowest common multiple of 7 and 4. In other words, the lowest number that appears on both of those lists. It's a multiple of 7 and it's a multiple of 4, so it's common to both, and it's the lowest one. And as I have a look on that list, I can see that 28 is the smallest number that is a multiple of both 7 and 4. So we say that the lowest common multiple of 7 and 4 is 28. Now that little technique is going to become important when we look at adding and subtracting fractions. But that is how we find the lowest common multiple.